would be there or not?
No, online class wouldn't be there. It would be just like you have been giving all your unit tests, other mock tests. Okay. I will be online here. I will be connected to you through WhatsApp and through Teams app also. And you just have to follow the instructions. You have to go to the respective team, that is class 11 computer assessment, open your assignment and start doing that. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
So that way it will be. I will be online over here. In the beginning, I will start the meeting. Those who have any problem in joining, in opening the assignment, in opening the test, starting the test, okay, they can join the meeting. I'll be there online to help you all, right? Meeting will be on from my side. If you have any, if you face any problem, quickly join the meeting through your usual class schedule. Okay, I'll be online, I'll be helping and directing you people, and once everything works fine, you can leave the meeting and continue with your test only. Okay, and you have to make sure that you submit the test at least 5 minutes before the closing time, right? Okay. So we start with our class. Today we will, because we have completed our data handling chapter, some hot questions we will be solving today, right? So you can see over here how are question number 3, how are
Ma'am, your
these
voice is
numbers?
breaking.
Hello, hello. Internet is working fine. Hello.
Ma'am, now it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, let me just, don't go anywhere. I'll just hang up and rejoin quickly. Okay. Yes. Can everyone hear me now? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my voice
Yes,
clear?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So here we are. The first question. Sorry, not the first question. The third question. Let me increase the thickness of the pen. Yes. It's too thick. Decrease the thickness a little bit. How are these numbers different from one another? You can see 4 numbers over here. Can anyone tell me? First is 33.
Integer.
Very good. It is, the first one is integer. Second one,
Load.
Float.
low. Good. 33J.
Complex.
Complex.
Very good.
Complex number with real
Complex
number
number,
and zero.
and yes, very good. It should actually be 0 plus 33J. Okay. And then next is 33 plus J. This is also complex. Only thing, the imaginary part has 0. So 33 plus 0J, we write it as 33 plus J. Okay. Question number 6. What will the following code print? You can see string 1 is, there is triple single quotes, which means it is which type of a string? Multi-line string. Okay, multi-line string. And HELL, and then a new line character, carriage return is there. And then an O is there. So I had explained to you earlier that in multi-line strings, in a multi-line string, all the characters are counted, even including the new line characters. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the total size of this will be, length of string 1 will be what? How much? It will be 6. Whereas length of string 2, you can see over here HELL, and only this line has been used. this has been used. You can see over here, what is this? This is a slash. Why do we use the slash? We use the slash to move to continue typing on the next line, but after the slash, we press enter also. Understood? And here you can see there are triple single quotes and triple double quotes, which specifies what? Which signifies that it is a multi-line string. So I'm going to first run it on the Python interpreter, and then we will analyze why we got this output. Okay. Okay. So I'm writing here str1 equals, and now you won't be able to see the enter. Okay, so I have pressed enter. Okay, then str2 equals, then I have pressed enter. Oh, yes. Now length of str1. What is it? 6, as we predicted. What should be length of str2? Can anyone tell me? It is 5. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's taking only 5 characters. Why? Because of this character, that is this slash character. You know that this slash character is used for, we use this slash character to continue typing on the next line. So because of this slash character, the carriage return or new line character will not be counted. Instead, it will only be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so the length will be what? 5 characters. Here the length would be 6 characters. Understood? Why? I'm going to repeat again. Here you did not use the slash, pressed enter, so this was considered as part of the string. But here, after typing hell, you typed what? This character, that is a backslash character, which is used to continue typing on the next line. Once you type this and you press enter, you can continue typing on the next line, and whatever comes after this won't be counted as part of the string. So that is why the carriage return was not counted as part of the string. So what will be the result of this statement? Tell me. Tell me. 6 is greater than 5, yes or no? It is true, right? So what will be printed? True will be printed over here. Next, question number 10. Are these values equal? Why or why not? First one, we start from the first one. 20 and 20.0. Are the values equal?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Answer is yes. Values are equal. Why? This is 20 and this is 20.0. If you check it on the interpreter, 20 is equals to 20.0. Answer is true. Why? Because the value of both is the same. Understood? ये सोचना पड़ेगा. Sometimes Python will give you some unpredictable answers also. When you are comparing integers and string, if their values are the same, okay, then it would mean that they are equal. Okay, tell me about this one. 20 and int 20. Will int 20 make any difference? Yes, this is also true. Both are correct. So we will run them and keep checking them also. Int 20. Yes, so okay. Sorry. I have to use this. Yes, it is true. Next is str20 and str20.0. Are they both same?
Yes, ma'am.
Think and tell me. When I say
No, ma'am, because
STR20, yes, when I write
because in
STR20,
indices are added.
yes, it will be first converted into this 20, 2 and 0 will be recognized as characters here, strings, okay? And when I convert 20.0, it will be 20.0. How many characters here? 0, 1, that is 2 characters. And how many characters here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 characters, even including this dot. So are they both equal? Answer is no. Next, fourth one. Tell me, are they both equal?
Yes,
Answer
ma'am,
is
they are
yes.
equal.
Yes, ma'am, equal.
Yes, because only difference is the quotes which are used. In Python, you can use single quotes also and double quotes also, so that's not a problem. Okay. Question number 13. Read it carefully. Two objects say A and B when compared using equal operator. It returns true. But Python gives false when compared with is operator. When can this happen? Why? It can happen if A and B are string values, string objects. A has been assigned, but B has been asked from the user. In that case, value would be true, but their memory addresses, they would be saved at two different memory addresses. Hence, A is B will be false. So it is there could be three reasons. First reason is A and B are string objects, where A is assigned but B is asked from user. Okay. Second is A and B are very large integers. Sometimes very large, small integers it is okay. Okay. But very large integers, they can be created at two different locations. Or sometimes it may also be possible that they are complex numbers. So you can just keep in mind first two reasons. Understood? Next is given str1 equals hello. What will be the values of? So str1, you can see it is hello. So first thing which should come into your mind is you have to draw its diagram like this. Its memory representation. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. And str1 is pointing to this. Okay, so this should be your first task whenever you get questions like these. What will be the values of str1, 0?
Ma'am, can I? H.
Yes, very good. It is H. Second is str11.
E.
Ma'am, can I?
A question is open to anyone, students. Okay, the one who is answering, at least that person is using his brain and answering, so I'll allow. Anybody who wants to answer, please answer the question.
Ma'am, is it E?
Yes, it is E. Very good. Next is str-5.
H.
H. H.
Very good.
H.
It is H. You have to check the negative indices over there. str-4.
Again E.
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 Very good. str-5.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, no number.
Yes, invalid. That is
Invalid.
no valid character is there at position 5. Okay. Size is maximum 5. Size is 5. Hence, the last character would be at 4 because we are starting the indexing from 0. Very good. Next, if you give the following.
Python return, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Python won't return anything over there.
ma'am, so it will return none.
Wait a second. I'm writing str1 equals hello. String, it will return an error, that is string index out of range. Can you see this? String index out of range, because there is no valid value in position 5. Okay. Next is, if you give the following for str1 equals hello, why does Python report error?
Ma'am, because individual characters can't be changed in
Yes,
string.
individual character assignment is not allowed in Python. Individual character assignment is not allowed in Python. Got it? So not allowed in Python string objects. This is a string object str1. Hence individual character assignment is not allowed. How can you, what changes can you make in this statement so that it works? Next question is this. The question is this. So how can you make this work? By making some changes in the statement. I can write str1 equals str1. Now 2 has to, they say that this position has to be changed with P. Okay, so you can simply write over here str1. Second. So you have to reassign this. Later on, we will be using some more things like string slicing for doing that. So string slicing, I will just tell you how we do it using string slicing, although don't get confused, okay? This we will be studying in the strings chapter. So another way is I can do it this way. The meaning is, first take the first two characters, that is HE. Then add P to it. And then take the rest of the characters from 3 to 4. Understood? So this is known as string slicing, which we will be seeing in the strings chapter. Okay. Next. Yes. I told you don't get confused with this. We will be studying this in the chapter strings. Okay. No need to rush. First we will concentrate on what we are doing right now. 16th. What will be the result given by the following? First one, type 6 plus 3. Class int. Very good. Second, type 6 minus 3.
Again, class int.
Class int.
This one, 6 into 3, 6 3s are 18. So this will also be int.
Class int.
D.
Class int.
No, 6 divided by 3. Whenever you divide 6 by 3, it will be 3 2s are 6. So it will be 2.0. It will be float. It happened in int divided by integer, giving you integer. That happened in Python version 2. But in version 3, this doesn't happen. Yes, this one.
Some class int.
Class int only. No, not 1 second. No. Let us check. See, many times Python gives us some unpredictable results also. So I'm just going to confirm it. It will not be class int, it will be float. Okay, it's giving me class int. Let me just see. Okay, fine. Only thing, if I had taken it as 6.0, then I would have got float. Okay, this is class int. Next is this type 6 mod 3.
Ma'am, int.
This also will give you the answer in integer only, because we will be getting 0 in the output. Next, differentiate between this and this expression.
Ma'am, the first one would be probably int, but the second one would be float because it
Wrong
is
answer.
5.
See, if you divide 555 by 222, you are using the division operator. Okay. .5 you will be getting over there. Okay, whether I am dividing two integers or whether I am dividing float by integer, my result will be in float only. Understood? Result of division operator is always float in Python. So this raised to the power 2. The answer will be in, okay, I am going to write it this way. This is int, and this is int, but their result will be in float. And this is integer, their result will also be in float. And same for this one, already one is float and the other is int. We will get the result in float, and the entire will also be in float only. There is no difference between the two. Still, we will check it on the Python idle. Raised to the power 2. This is what we are getting. Then we are writing this answer is the same. There is absolutely no difference between the two. Only thing is here 555.0 has been used. Here it has not been used in points. So answer is there is no difference. Got it?
Ma'am, these
Ma'am,
both will be float.
Both will be float. You can see the answer on the Python idle also. Yes.
ma'am, at
Yes.
that, ma'am, if a question like this is given that differentiate between these two and there is uncertainly no difference between the values, then how would we understand that it is a type of this question and Python is just asking
You have
this
to keep
just to
practicing. You have to keep practicing more of such questions. You need to, that is the reason why we are practicing these questions over here.
thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes,
If
ma'am.
and moreover, you need to read the rules also. If you read the chapter in detail, you will get the answers everywhere. What happens when you divide two integers using the division operator? Answer is in float. We know that. We know that much. Okay. If you divide two integers using float division, we will get the answer in integer. If you divide one float with one integer using the float division, we will get the answer in float. So you should know by using which operator between two operands, what should be the data type of the result. That you should know, and that will come only once you read the chapter, and second, if you practice such questions, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Next, given three Boolean variables A, B, and C, as A equals false, the values are given. A is false, B is true, C is false. Evaluate the following Boolean expressions. Now, students, one thing please note down for this question. Operator precedence of logical operators. I'm just writing one thing here. Operator precedence of logical operators. So first priority is always for not operator, second priority and, third priority or. Remember this. Precedence of logical operator says the first priority is given to not. In an expression, if you have a combination of these three operators, you will first solve not, then you will solve and then you will solve or. अब ये याद रखना. Okay. So I'm writing it here also. First not, second and, third or. Now, first one, B and C. What is B? B is, okay. Now look here very carefully. The first one is B and C. We'll write the values also. A is false, B is true, and C is false. Now here you have to remember the rule for and when there are two literals on either side of and. What is it? In case of and operator, we had seen the or operator, right? If you check the and operator, it first checks the left hand side. If the left hand side is, I'm going to write this, that would be better. You can note this down also. Sorry. Please note this down in your copy. If the left hand side literal of and operator is false, then it returns the left hand side literal. Else if left hand side literal is true, then it returns the right hand side literal. Use this, connect this with the previous one, that is both expressions on either side of and should be true if you want the result to be true. So if the left hand side is true, then it will also try to check whether the right hand side is true or not. So if the left hand side is true, it will return the right hand side literal. If the left hand side is false, then it doesn't need to, it will not check the second literal because one false is enough to make the entire statement false. अगर B false हुआ तो ये आगे check करेगा ही नहीं. अगर B true हुआ तो ही ये आगे जाएगा check करेगा कि C भी true है या नहीं. Understood? So if B is false, return B. If B is true, return C. That is the answer. Please note this down also. If B is false, return B. That is LHS. Okay. If B is true, return C. That is RHS. Clear? Now you tell me. B is what? True. And C is what? False. First one is true. What will it return? It will move to the second one. It will return false. We will check the answer once. So I'm writing here A equals false, B equals true, and C equals false. Remember, false and true have the first letter capital. I write B and C. Result is false. Next one, tell me the answer for this one. B or C. Now you have B or C. I'll just repeat. If left hand side is true, return left hand side. If left hand side is false, return right hand side. Okay.
False.
Ma'am, true.
First,
True.
B or C. B is what? True. And C is what? False. So it will return true. That is, it will return B. Okay. Very good. Next is C, not A and B. So I'm writing it here. Not A and B. Ab batao. First, I told you operator precedence has to be taken into consideration. So you have the first one as not. Understood? So first you will solve this part, not A. So what will be not A? Not false.
Ma'am,
And
true.
what is B? It is true. Yes, not false will give you true. It will simply change false into true and true into false. True and true. You will get what? True. First one is true. It will move to the second one. Second, it will return the second operand. That is true. We will solve the F part. Okay. Rest you can do on your own. Now take a look at this. अब इसमें बताओ सबसे पहले तो firstly this inner bracket will be solved. Not B or not A. What I'm going to do is just I'm going to print this, take a screenshot. In the meantime, I'll take your attendance also. So we have this over here. The first thing is not B. We'll solve the inner bracket first. Okay. So not B will give me what? What is B?
False.
It is true. It will give me false or not A. A is what? False. It will give me true. False or true. So this will give me what? First one is false. It will check the second one. It will give me the answer as true. So now my expression is this. Let me replace these values and false or false. Now, because there is a bracket over here, so first the bracket will be solved. True and false. So first one is true, it will return the
False.
second one, that is false. Not false will be true.
True.
True, it will be true. So the answer will be true. Likewise, you will be solving the other questions also. तो इसी तरह से आप लोग 20th क्वेश्चन भी सॉल्व करोगे and expressions we have already done. Please solve all these questions. The same over here, we will take up one question of this type.
Ma'am, you have sent these questions to the group.
I'll send after the class, after 11 a.m. I'll send the book PDF. We are solving G part, okay? Now in G part, you don't have any brackets. You are solely dependent on the first one, operator precedence, not the first, not second and third or. Okay. Where is not first? पहले जहां पे not है वो निकालो. This is not. Okay. Not true will give me what? False. Okay. Even above this, first thing is you can see relational operators here, that is double equal to. So according to operator precedence, first relational operator has to be solved. Okay. So we will first write false and 1 equals 1 is true or not true, or again 1 equals 1 is true and false, or 0 equals 0 is true. Now we have only logical operators. Now take out not. We will solve this first. What will be it? False or true and false or true. Now wherever you have and, first one is not, second is and. This one, okay. So false and true. First one is false. Answer will be false or false or true and false. It will also return false because it will check whether the second one is also true or not. Now what? Three or operators. Which order should we follow now? We will follow left to right associativity. That is first this, then again this one, and now what? True. Final answer is true. Okay, one important thing I want to just tell you. Question है. What will be the output produced by the following code? Now here students, remember one thing. All operators follow left to right associativity, right? The only operator which follows right to left associativity is exponentiation operator. How? I'll tell you. It is written a equals 5 minus 4 minus 3. So it will start from the left side. First 5 minus 4 will be solved. And then you will get the answer as minus 2. Now in this expression, first I will tell you how it will be solved. First this expression will be solved. Okay, because this follows right to left associativity. If you have more than one exponentiation operators, that too in adjacent places, okay, that is, you don't have any other operator in between, you have these operators only separated by operands. So first you will be solving the rightmost exponentiation operator. So first it will be 2 raised to the power 3, which is 8. Then it will be 3 raised to the power 8. Is it clear to everybody? Now just quickly tell me the outputs of these two statements. Fatafat batao.
Ma'am, A would be minus.
A would be minus 2. Yes. 3 raised to the power 8. We can simply use this. 3 raised to the power 8. It is 6561. So the answer is, so it would be this. Answer will be, is it clear? So you'll have to quickly calculate this there and tell me. Although I will not give you such complicated values, right? I'll give you values which are easy to solve in an exam, right?
Ma'am, doubt.
Yes. What is it?
Ma'am, here A equals to 5 minus 4 minus 3. Ma'am, Python also follows the BODMAS rule. And ma'am, according to that,
Please don't
first addition.
confuse. Please don't confuse Python with, it doesn't exactly follow the BODMAS rule. Okay, it follows operator precedence. You have to follow the operator precedence. There is a table in this chapter, data handling, and also I had sent you the operator precedence image. If you remember that, please
Yes,
follow
ma'am.
that. Okay. Next is this question. What will be the output produced by the following code? I want everybody, I'll just explain it to you, but output you will be giving me. This is the code, right? A, B, C equals 0.1. Will it work? Let's do it. A, B, C equals 0.1. Cannot unpack non-iterable float. So first thing, we got an error over here. This statement can be replaced by. This is wrong, but this is right. First, the 0.1 will be assigned to C, then 0.1 will be assigned to B, then 0.1 will be assigned to A. Next is D equals 0.3. E equals this. So here you have plus and minus. They both are at the same level of precedence. So you will follow left to right associativity. Next, A plus B plus C double equals D. This is a relational operators. And relational operators precedence is always lower than that of arithmetic operators. So first you will solve which side? First you will solve A plus B plus C. Then you will solve this side equals D or not. You will get the answer in what value? Can anyone tell me? Answer F would be in what?
Ma'am,
False.
It will be a Boolean value. Either it will be false or true. That depends. Okay. Next is print E and F. So these two are the output statements. फटाफट करो और मुझे आउटपुट बताओ
ma'am,
जल्दी.
is equal to 0.2 and F
Ma'am,
is
E is 2.7.
E is 2.7. Okay, let's do it. 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 is 0.3 minus 0.3, which is E is equal to, E is coming to 0, dear. A, B, C. A is also 0.1, B is also 0.1, C is also 0.1. So A plus B plus C we will be doing first. So A plus B is what? 0.2. 0.2 plus 0.1, 0.3 minus 0.3, that is 0. 0.0 because the answer is, everything is in float. So the answer will also be in float. So E is what? 0.0. Then you have F. A plus B plus C, that is 0.3. Double equals to D, that is 0.3. Yes, the answer is what? True. So F is what? It is true. Now what is E? 0.0. What is F? F is true. Check if you have, those who have your laptops with you, quickly check and tell me. My dear, here you are using E as a user-defined. Vedant Tomar, you are using E as a user-defined variable. It is not being used. अगर हम math.e लिखते तब वो E की value 2.71 मानी जाती. Right now, E is a simple user-defined identifier, and that too we are assigning some value to it. We are assigning the value also. E को खाली नहीं छोड़ा है. E equals A plus B plus C minus D. So this, whatever is the value of this expression, is being assigned to E. If you had you written it, if you had imported math module, if you had written it as math.e, तब वो value मानी जाती E. Yes, come on, tell me.
Ma'am, it is coming false.
Yes, ma'am.
Which F is false.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me check. Let me check. It should not be like that. Python gives you unpredictable results. That's what I told you. Sometimes things could just go south of what we had calculated according to the concepts learned. So we have to check and keep analyzing. Okay, print E, we are getting this value over here, right? Okay, and print F, we are getting false. Okay, that's because of E, the value of E. Okay, I'll look into this and I'll see what is the issue. So we'll first see what this is this is this. Okay. See, floating point values may internally get stored in some other form. I'll find out what is the reason behind this discrepancy, right? So I'll find out and I'll let you know by the end of the class.
Ma'am,
1 second. Yes, what is it?
ma'am, you have given syllabus and timetable of an exam on 26th. Ma'am, it is the half yearly exam or a simple mock test?
My dear, did you read the message carefully, Orijit?
Yes, ma'am, I read, but I'm
You
confused
did
that.
not. You did not read the message carefully. What was written at the top?
Ma'am, mock test.
Ma'am,
Right?
but there was again.
Make it a habit to read the messages carefully, Orijit. You start panicking even without reading the messages carefully. It was clearly mentioned it is a mock test. Right in the beginning, I had specified it is computer science mock test. Half yearly mock test. Mock test का मतलब क्या होता है? Okay, students, I'll look into this problem. This could be because of some internally floating point values are represented using multiple places after the decimal. So maybe because of that, we are getting this error, right?
Yes,
According to
ma'am,
our calculation is correct. Okay, I will check, I'll look into this problem and whatever is the reason, I will tell you. Okay, so thank you everybody. Please keep practicing, and if you come across any such problem, just forward that to me. And in the next class, I will make everything clear. Now our next class will be mock test, okay, which is on 26th. So please prepare well for the mock test. All these questions with discrepancy, even if you get it in the exam, you do it according to the rules which you have studied. Understood? Then we will see what is the problem.
Thank you.